Hey guys, here with a bit of a different video this time. While the 2 to 10 soul challenge is going on, I wanted to post some more content about some other stuff that interests me on the Solana ecosystem, mainly the Solana gaming ecosystem. With Solana's fast processing speeds and low transactional fees, the blockchain has been seeing a lot of NFTs being developed with gaming utility involved. That's a lot of jargon for saying that the Solana ecosystem is going heavy into making games with NFTs in them. And I know this is somewhat of a controversial topic, but I believe the integration of NFTs into gaming is a net positive thing, both for Web3 to become more popularized and mainstream, as well as for the people. And so I wanted to create this video to help discuss some of my views on the benefits of NFT gaming, and perhaps create some discussion on whether you agree with me on some of my points, if you disagree with me, and why. This video is also going to be a somewhat introduction to NFT gaming on my channel, as I kind of want to post some more, or just some gaming related content. These videos will basically be me sharing my research and perhaps playing some of these NFT games on Solana, so get ready for that in the near future if you're interested. And with the intro out of the way, let's start talking about my views on the benefits of NFT gaming. For myself, the main draw factor when it comes to NFTs in games is digital ownership. For gamers, the fact that you can own your own personal digital assets means that no authority can take away the hours and the achievements you put into a game. As of right now, if someone takes your account away from you, then all the time and money you spent on that account is lost to you forever. If you get banned for, let's say, being toxic, you'll quickly realize that all the stuff you earned in-game, it never really belonged to you. It's going to go straight back to where it came from. And that just doesn't sound very fair, especially if you spent a lot of money to deck out your character in fancy cosmetics, or if you bought a couple $100s worth of gems to roll on your favorite waifu. Maybe this is just a small pet peeve of mine, but owning your own in-game assets will also allow you to maneuver your belongings between multiple personal accounts. There's been so many times where I wanted to use a skin on my main champion in League, but couldn't because it was on a Smurf. Or like when I wanted to use my Reaver Vandal in Valorant, but couldn't because it was on another account. Or like when I wanted to use my Zhongli to beat this tanky-ass rock boss in Genshin, but couldn't. The list goes on and on. And as an additional plus, if you don't want to keep your NFT anymore, you can just sell it to someone else who does. There's no mistrust on whether or not you're going to get scammed because on the blockchain, it'll say whether or not that person actually owns what they say they do. So yeah, another huge plus on the side of adding trust to buying and selling stuff online. My second main point on the positives of NFT gaming, and I guess this point is mainly just talking about NFTs as a whole now, is digital identity. In our lives, I believe your identity is the most valuable asset. Money, friends, love, they will all come and go, but your identity sticks with you for your entire life. I'm reading this script right now, and damn, this is getting pretty deep. I typed this script at like 3 a.m., so maybe I'm just speaking out of my ass, but identity is important. But what is identity actually? Well, according to Merriam-Webster's dictionary, your identity is your distinguishing character or personality. And how do people show off their distinguishing character or personality? By how they act, and nowadays, with what they buy. With how prevalent consumerism is in society, what a person buys can tell you a lot about them. And this materialistic identity knows no bounds. There's people out here buying Justin Timberlake's leftover French toast for $1,000, and likewise, many more people buying a $1,000 t-shirt with the word Supreme on it. Already in the real world, we can see that people will spend any amount of money on stuff that they like. Stuff that is representative of their character, stuff that shows their identity. And the rest of this argument might be a bit of a stretch, but hear me out. With the internet and technology as a whole being so prevalent in our lives, we are spending more and more of our time online in the digital world. With the event of COVID and having to quarantine, people are fucking bored. There's nothing to do at home except be online. And in this new landscape, people are naturally seeking alternative ways to show off their character and personality, also known as their digital identity. No one's going to see your PSA 10 Charizard in real life, but on Reddit, they can. No one's going to see you dancing and lip syncing to Doja Cat, but on TikTok, they can. I'm rambling now, but TLDR, I believe NFTs are good for gaming because they allow people to actually own what they have and create their own identity in this new digital world of ours. And I know the main reason why gamers hate NFTs is because they hate microtransactions and because they hate the idea of how someone can just throw some cash at a game and pay to win themselves to the same level in which it can take you multiple days, weeks, if not months to obtain being free to play. And to that I say, how is that different to how the real world works already? If you want to get from place A to place B, you can either take the free-to-play route and walk your ass over there, or you can pay a little bit, save some time and get a bike, and cycle over there. Or you can pay more and get a car and drive over there. Or pay even more and get a private jet and fly over there. What I'm trying to say is that money has always been traded and used in exchange for time. I don't see why it's suddenly so offensive when we apply the same principle to games. With all that being said, I do see that there are plenty of downsides to NFT gaming currently. Right now, there are just too many ways in which NFTs can be used as immoral cash grabs, in which developers can just take advantage of their player base with empty promises and no utility. But I believe that's mainly due to a lack of regulation around how NFTs are used, which is understandable. Web3 is an incredibly new space, and business models will have to adapt in order to incorporate this new technology. I also don't believe all games should have NFTs in them. Many game genres work plenty fine already without needing to overcomplicate them with Web3. But I believe, right now, the main drawback for NFT games is that the games are garbage. They are literally doo-doo caca. Why would anyone want to play these games when they can play Dying Light 2 with its amazing graphics and parkour mechanics? But again, this problem just circles back to just how new this industry really is. However, one day in the future, I do believe NFTs and Web3 will be the next step in the age of gaming. I think when utilized correctly, quote unquote correctly, NFTs are just amazing tools that can help empower gamers to own, play, and earn in video games in just entirely new ways. And like any tool, NFTs can be used for both good and bad, depending on the user. I just hope that this video and all my other future videos on NFT gaming helps provide a new and more positive outlook on the subject. And that's about it for my TED Talk on the pros and cons of NFT gaming. I'll be pretty surprised if anyone has made it to the end of this video, but if you are still here, thank you for having an open mind and listening to my argument. It was more of a rant, but yeah, I greatly appreciate it. And as always, make sure to like and comment on anything that you agree with me on or disagree with. I'm actually curious on reading what y'all think in the comments below. And subscribe. Thanks for watching again, and peace.